Thou nature art my goddess, to thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? Wherefore I am but some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother. Wherefore bastard, why base, when my dimensions are as compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true as any honest madame's issue?
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep. The royalty of his nature reigns that which is to be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind, he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valour to act in safety. There is none other whose being I do fear. Under him my genius is rebuked, as they say Mark Antony's was by Caesar.
Kissing with golden face the meadows green, gilding pale streams of heavenly alchemy, unknown permit the basest clouds to ride with ugly wrack upon his celestial face, and from the forlorn world his visage hide, stealing unseen into the west with this disgrace. Even so my sun one early morn did shine, with all triumphant splendor upon my brow, but out alack, he was but 1 hour mine, the region cloud hath masked him from me now.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady?
She misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak with but one green leaf on it would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark, with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star.
Or with the rest. Where is your darling Rutland? Look, York, I stained this napkin with the blood that valiant Clifford with his rapier's point made issue from the bosom of the boy. And if thine eyes can water for his death, I give thee this to dry thy cheeks withal.
This most excellent canopy, the air. Look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire. Why, it appeareth to me to be nothing but a foul and pestilent congregation of vapours. What a piece of work is a man, how noble in reason, infinite in faculties, like an angel in apprehension, how, like a god, beauty the world, paragon of animals. And yet, what is this quintessence of dust?
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh, God. God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world.
Was it you that would be England's king? Was't you that revelled in our parliament and made preachment of your high descent? Where are your mess of sons to back you now? The wanton Edward and the lusty George, and where's that crook-back prodigy, Dicky, your boy, that with his grumbling voice was wont to cheer his dad in mutinies?
The love of the father to the bastard Edmund is as to the legitimate. Fine word, this legitimate. Thus, if this litter doth speed. And my invention thrive, then the bastard Edmund will top the legitimate. And I shall grow and prosper. So now, gods, stand up for bastards!
Enrico.